What's up, guys? Late Night Cast Mac here. I know it's been a minute since I've done a Panther video because honestly you would just hear me ranting and annoyed and sad and mad and every adjective you can think of in the dictionary that equals bad has been the Carolina Panthers start to the season. First 0-6 start since 1998. And today, Frank Reich relinquished play calling duties to offensive coordinator Thomas Brown. Obviously, I think this is a long time coming because I've eloquently described it. Our offense early on this season is watching paint dry. The many runs to Miles Sanders right up the gut that does nothing. And I think you could see better play calling on Madden. So I think this is a welcome change because Thomas Brown has had his fingerprints on it. The 47-yard touchdown to DJ Chark was a Thomas Brown design. So I'd like some spice and some different things and some more Bryce Young development, because in the first two drives in the Miami game, you saw it. It was good. The best thing that's come out of this year is the Bryce Young-Adam Thielen connection, and Jonathan Mingo is starting to, he and Jonathan Mingo are starting to percolate as well. I can't really judge any of this year for Bryce Young with the offensive line injuries, the offensive line shuffling, the wide receiver not getting open, the tight ends not getting open. There's a lot of things, and the defensive injuries aren't helping either. So I think it's really hard to judge anything that Bryce Young does this year. But I just hope he continues to get better. And I feel like he has done that the last few weeks. Despite the blowout scores, there's been some really good stuff. And hopefully we continue to see incremental improvement with Thomas Brown play calling in this bye week and more. I don't know. There's not a trade or a magic potion that's going to fix this thing overnight, given that we're already 0-6 and pretty much just playing for moral victories of sorts, I guess. And it could turn around, you never know, but not in the way we all want it to. But I think giving Thomas Brown the play calling reins is definitely a smart beginning, and hopefully that helps. But there's been so much injuries, disjointedness, and just we've avoided the turnover. We avoided the turnover this week, so that's a positive step forward. But again, it's been ugly, it's been gross, it's been lackluster. I mean, I don't know what else to say. And obviously with us coming up to play Houston and CJ Stroud after the bye, there's going to be a lot of conversations, but I don't even think those arguments aren't even fair to either of those two players, and definitely not with the team that's around Bryce Young. But I've liked the developments despite the record and just poor play the first 6 games. There's no way to sugarcoat it. But I think Bryce is going to be fine, and I'm going to like to see this development of relationship between Thomas Brown and Bryce Young and the rest of the offense. I think Austin Colbert is on his way as he rehabs from his Achilles injuries suffered. But I think last season, I think the loss of Brady Christensen, because we had a decent game on the ground week 1 against Atlanta when Brady Christensen went out with his torn biceps injury. So I think that's been a big part as well. I would like to see Chuba Hubbard get more involved somehow. So we'll see the differences, if there are any differences, between Frank Reich and Thomas Brown calling plays. But I do think that adding up-tempo will help Bryce Young as well. We've seen some good pockets of success in doing that. So this is just my evaluation of the Panthers the first 6 weeks. I think if we could recoup some of the draft capital, we should, but I don't know where you're going to get it, and I don't think you're going to get a lot. So it'll be interesting to see how we approach that, because this has turned into basically just a developmental season for Bryce Young, unless a miracle happens, which I'm all for a miracle, but who knows if that'll happen. But I just wanted to come on here and kind of give you a state of the Cast-Mac version for the Carolina Panthers. And obviously it's not pretty, but gotta take the positives out of the garbage somehow. There's got to be some roses in a garbage pile, even though that makes no sense, but you get what I'm saying there. But as always, keep pounding, go Panthers, and I'm really excited to see Musa Muhammad and Julius Peppers get retired into the Panthers Ring of Honor. That's probably the most exciting thing that's going to happen this year. But as always, keep pounding, go Panthers.